This week on Steel Horse Thunder, put firefighters on motorcycles. You know it's going to be a good time.
I was staying not about 3 hours away from here, and I heard about the event, and I jumped on my bike this morning and rode in. And then after learning about the cause is worth it.
If you look around at everybody out here, most everybody looks like me. They got gray hair, they're old, and generally got a pot belly. And but it's really beer belly. It's not really a pot belly, you know. You got a pot belly.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Hey man, today we find ourselves up here in Speedway, Indianapolis, over by the Motor Speedway. We're at the Moose Lodge out here. Cindy, what's going on?
This is the Big B Memorial Ride, and it's put on by the Axemen, and there's some Axemen out here.
There are some Axemen out here, and they know how to do it right. Speaking of doing it right, Crambo's out in Greencastle. Man, if you need paint, Chris is a world-renowned painter, but he also has certified mechanics. He also has accessories. He's got everything you need. Not to mention, they do a lot of rides out of that place too. So next time you're out by Greencastle, make sure you stop in, say hi to Chris and Beth, thank them for what they do for Steel Horse Thunder and for their community. Cindy, let's go find the Axemen. Let's go talk to them and find out a little bit more. You know, we got to ask some questions.
Yes, we do. Let's go. So how messy does your hair get after riding on the bike?
Absolutely outrageous. You're talking 5 hours of brushing after this.
Oh my goodness, that's a long time. Is that why you braid it?
Yes, that's why most everybody has, except for her. Her hair's flawless every single time. But yep, that's the best way to try and reduce the amount of tangles you get.
I get it, I do.
And we keep a brush with us. Most of us keep a brush with us to try and get it out whenever we park.
I understand that. Well, you guys have a great ride today.
Thank you, you too.
All right, you look awful cheerful. I got to say hi to you.
Oh, well, hi. How are you?
Okay, are you cheerful or are you barking orders?
Cheerful, always.
Yeah.
Always.
All right, well, I noticed you were checking on him over here, making sure he was
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, we just made sure that he still wasn't, having too much in his belly.
Yeah? Everything's good then?
We're good. We're ready to roll.
All right, man, enjoy the ride.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
So Greg, we're here at this ride. You put it on. Tell me about this ride.
So this ride is a memorial ride for my son. He had cystic fibrosis. He passed away at the age of 11 in 2015. So every year since then, we do a memorial ride in his honor.
So what is cystic fibrosis?
Cystic fibrosis is a hereditary disease that affects your lungs, your digestive tract. He had it since he was diagnosed at 3 weeks old. He for 11 years he spent a lot of time in Riley Hospital, and then it just he fought till the end. It just got the best of him. But he did well. He was he didn't let it get him down, and he was a happy kid. So
That's pretty amazing. I'm so happy to hear that I'm very sorry for your loss, but I'm happy that he was happy, while he was here and being able to go through all the stuff that I'm sure he went through a lot of stuff going to Riley all the time.
he did. He, there were medicines that he had to take 3 or 4 times a day. Had to do some vest treatments, and school was interrupted, occasionally because of, being in the hospital, and they would go to the hospital and do schoolwork. But yeah, he went through a lot.
So that's why you put this ride on. So tell me about this ride. And you've been doing it. This is your 7th season, 6th season?
Correct. This is the 7th memorial ride for him. Brandon, we're the Axemen Motorcycle Club. We're professional firefighters. And then in 2012, all Brandon ever wanted to do was be a fireman. So he was sworn in at the Indiana State House as an honorary firefighter. And then after that, we were able to, bring him in the club with us. So as you can see here, that's his little vest that he wore. He would ride with me. We would, go to lunch or do something. So he really, Brandon was a big deal, loved being the center of attention. And, he loved being, he was on the news a few times and he ate all that up. So,
hey, big shout out to Crambo's out in Greencastle. Man, if you're looking for paint work, mechanical work, or accessories, they have everything you need out in Greencastle. It's Crambo's. You know what they say, they'll get you noticed. All right, man, I noticed you rode in here. Are you really from Arizona?
Yes, I'm really from Arizona.
Now, I know the Axemen, I'm starting to see different patches and everything, and I saw the patch on your back, and I thought, all right, maybe he's just used to live in Arizona. I used to live in New York, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, no, you got the license plate. It shows it. So what would make you ride all the way out here for this?
Well, my Brotherhood. My brothers they're incredible men. And I was staying not about 3 hours away from here, and I heard about the event, and I jumped on my bike this morning and rode in. And then after learning about the cause is worth it.
Right.
So that's what I'm here. I'm here to support my brothers and support the cause of their charity.
It's really cool, you know, and I've had an opportunity now after all these years meeting a lot of different motorcycle clubs, groups. The Axemen is a really, really tight niche. You know what I'm saying? It's a tight niche of people. And to see these patches all over from all over the country out here to support this right here in Indy, to me, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Again, I mean, we're motorcycle enthusiasts. And we're also we're firemen, and those two brotherhoods are incredibly strong. And so, I mean, we help each other no matter where we're at. I mean, if you break down somewhere and you're in a part of the country, you get a hold of one of the presidents and you'll have help on the way. Yeah. We travel far and wide. It don't matter, and that's what brotherhood's about.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's all about. And if we're not there to help support one another, I mean, how horrible would that be? You know what I mean? It'd be a sad thing. And I've always said it about the motorcycle community that it's the most giving, the most generous group of people you'll ever see. But you know, you firefighters are right there with it, and to combine the two,
yeah,
I think that's what makes you guys so strong.
And bikers, like you say, we might come off as being badasses, but our hearts are bigger than what we stand for, our individuality. And that's what it's about being, just being a solid person. And not everybody's that way, but most of us are.
No, I agree. And I have a funny feeling when needed, you can be the badass you need to be.
When that time comes, you're right.
All right, man, we are here for the Big B ride, the memorial ride. And there used to be a thing on Sesame Street, and it was one of these things that's not like the other. And I noticed your bike is a little different than all the other bikes here. I noticed your age is a little bit different than all the other ages around here. What brought you out to this ride?
I've actually been very close friends with Cody and Kyle, Brandon's older brothers, for beginning of high school. So, this is actually my first summer with a bike. I've always wanted to come out and join the ride. So finally got a bike, and here I am,
That is super cool. Can I ask how old you are?
I am 23.
23. All right, you look younger than 23. So yeah, but still, that's the thing I've been saying forever now is, if you look around at everybody out here, most everybody looks like me. They got gray hair, they're old, and generally got a pot belly, and but it's really beer belly. It's not really a pot belly, You got a pot belly. I'm too old for that, so now I just got a beer belly, and it's light beer, but. But I keep saying, if younger people don't start doing this, 20 years from now, we're not going to see charity rides anymore. I mean, after a while, all the old people die. I mean, that's just part of life, I mean, you grow up, and we're all going to die. Or it's a motorcycle. I don't know that I'll be able to ride a motorcycle when I'm 80 years old. You know what I mean? So it's like, I love seeing younger people come in. And now, tell me a little bit about the Ninja.
As my first bike, I knew I wanted to go the sport route. My mom, she rode crotch rockets growing up. Stepdad, he's a Harley guy. I don't know, I just feel like fits my style a little bit more. I do like Harleys, but for the first bike, I decided to get this one. Got a good deal on it and just pulled the trigger. Got it, and Mom was super happy with it, so that's what we went with.
Nice. When Mom's happy, everybody's happy, brother.
Exactly.
So, yeah, a Harley, dude, 20 years from now, You'll be ready for a Harley. Right now, see, I love these bikes. I love sport bikes. And problem is, at my age, I can only ride this for so long. And after a while, I can't do it anymore. So, yeah, I wish I would have had one when I was your age. And how fast is it?
It's a 450, so, I mean, it's not too quick. I mean, I've topped it out at, like 112, nothing crazy. But first bike, I didn't want to go too crazy with it. Mom told me slow down a little bit, learn the road a little bit, and then then I can beef up from there. But right now it's a 450, 2020. I got it for like 5,000. Not a bad first bike. So yeah.
Nice. Hey man, Leidendorf Law, personal injury lawyer. I tell you, Leidendorf Law has been a part of this show, a major part of this show for 20 years. Thank you so much, Leidendorf Law, for what you've done for Steel Horse Thunder and all the riders. So, are you a fireman?
No.
Is he?
No.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Don't mess with him. Okay. Beautiful bike, officer. No, it's really cool to see you guys out here supporting this right here. What made you decide to pick this ride?
Greg's one of my good buddies here from the Moose, so I know him, and that's his daughter too, so right there. So
Greg's my dad.
yeah.
All right, see, this is why I'm an idiot and I do a show on cable, because I'm not smart enough to check with everybody. So this is kind of your ride here then.
Pretty much.
How does it feel to see all these bikes show up in support of this ride?
It's really nice to see how many people care.
Yeah.
So Joe, we talked to you and you have some pretty awesome stuff going on. You told me about a book that you have. Tell me about that book.
I did a book. It's all artwork. There's no words in it. I designed it around sick kids and stuff like that. The idea is we're going to pay your bills so that you can go ahead and be by your sick kid's side with the charity. And then basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the money from the book, I'm putting it into an account where that they get that interest. So it's always being reproduced and stuff like that, so that this way if you make a donation, it's actually going to go straight to the charity, and then the staff that's going to handle the money, they get paid off of a separate account.
So that's all through the book. You buy a book, it goes into an account, and it draws interest, and it goes to pay for the children that are in the hospital.
Yes, exactly. And it's all artwork, so it's even designed so sick kids, you know, when you try to read. Last time I was sick, I sat there and I read the same paragraph for 4 hours straight, and then I realized I've been reading a paragraph for 4 hours. I threw the book into the trash. Sorry, Paul Stanley, and went ahead and just started watching movies, and I realized, then, you respond better to visual stimuli when you're sick than you do to written words.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So, and then I do a lot of other artwork and stuff like that. Even my bike's going to get painted here pretty soon, so everybody says I look like a cop riding on it, so I'm going to go supernova red with my own personal graphics and stuff. So
something pretty catchy to the eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you said something about a guitar that and I know you've done a lot of different stuff, but one in particular that you told us about. Tell me about that guitar.
Oh, it's called Malice. And basically a friend of mine, she wanted a Marilyn Manson Alice Cooper guitar. So it is red and black, and it's got this really, really cool, almost like a cloud effect going through it. And so Marilyn Manson's on the bottom part, and Alice Cooper's eyes are on the top. And anyway, when she took it to see Marilyn Manson actually took it away from her, played it on stage, and then signed it and gave it back to her. And then Alice Cooper, he got all excited about it, and he had me do a drawing of him and stuff like that, and got his autograph with the drawing and stuff. So it was really kind of a cool experience with that.
Very cool. So you got to meet him.
Yes, I did. I've actually met him a couple times. So
he's a pretty nice guy.
He is a super great guy.
So you're an Axemen wife.
I am.
So how does it feel being an Axemen's wife?
It's great. It's great. It's a great opportunity. They do a lot of great things. Very proud of this group. Very proud of it.
That's awesome. So do you ride yourself, or are you just on the back?
On the back. That's where I want to stay.
Well, thank you guys so much for being out here today.
Hey man, that's going to do it for us. Out here with the Axemen. I asked some questions. Did you ask some questions?
I asked some questions.
Good deal.
I got some answers.
That's what we were looking for. And we try to keep everything light, because obviously this is a memorial ride. So obviously there is a lot of sorrow that goes with this. But we try to keep things light and uplifting. Kind of cool. I got to talk to somebody that's from Arizona. Came all the way out here for Arizona he's on his regular vacation. It's like, no, I'll just ride the bike. I was only 3 hours away. I figured I'd ride down and how cool is that?
That's pretty darn cool. Again, motorcyclists do so much for everybody. I mean, to have somebody that's 3 hours away say, yeah, I'm going to go do that ride. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But there's a lot of people out here today, and a lot of them, the firemen, and more than just firemen out here today, and I got to talk to some really cool people, and one of the guys, artwork and everything else. So it's just neat to be able to meet different people all the time.
Exactly. And the Axemen is a tight-knit group, and it's just really cool. Put firefighters on motorcycles, you know it's going to be a good time. You know, that being said, take a drink. It's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.